past, quiet as smoke. Cafes are opening up, their doors propped open by crates. In the lanes, there is weather-faded bunting crisscrossing against the sky, rails of second-hand clothing outside the front of shops, tables and chairs, filthy pastel buildings crammed together like books on a shelf. A busker tunes up a battered guitar. There's the smell of something grilling. Gulls. Dogs. Buttery sunshine, still early enough for the air to feel a little cold on her cheeks. Under the bridge by the station, there are rainbows painted on the walls. The homeless crew sit in a tangle of sleeping bags, the unwashed smell of human bodies. Leah stops to say hello. At a set of traffic lights, Leah watches a group of cold-looking teenage girls feign annoyance at boys with too much gel in their hair and the collars of their polo shirts popped up like stag horns. They're showing off, shoving each other into the road, bored, stomping around looking for something to do. Leah remembers the feeling of being young in the town she has grown up in, the sense that each street belongs to you and your friends alone, and nothing else matters but the small daily dramas that play out in the parks and alleyways. At the Pavilion Gardens, she feels a tug of fondness for this town. It's easy to forget the parts she loves when she's up the hill in her small flat, separate from the colours and the noise. She thinks of summers sprawled on the grass after school with holes in her tights and biro on her hands, kissing Jay and rolling new cigarettes from the butts of old ones. She pictures Nathan, shirtless, his long back like a muscular fish. She thinks of Matthew, pale and tall, holding grease-soaked chip papers, Jay stealing them from his hands, of sharing headphones, Jay knocking Nathan's hat off his head. She thinks, as she always thinks when she walks this way, of the four of them years ago, hot, slightly stoned and a bit grubby. Outside the Prince Albert there's a group of people laughing with full pints. They probably haven't been to bed yet, have stayed up all night, wired and listening to low music in some flat, sharing exaggerated stories of childhood, watching the sunrise, waiting for the pubs to start serving. Leah knows the ritual, ignoring the pangs of panic, the unsettling glare of daylight when you haven't slept, mouths ringed red, taking the edge off with more booze before hitting the greasy spoon for soft foods, easy to digest, beans and white bread with butter. Everywhere she looks, she has the feeling people are enjoying themselves more than her. They are more interesting, lead more exciting lives filled with international travel, spontaneous camping trips, eccentric garden dinner parties out the back of large houses with candles in empty bottles. They are probably the type of people who make documentaries featuring grainy footage from 90s video cameras. They likely go to the art college and make their own bread. The group on the bench outside the pub take on the quality of talented, chic and spontaneous people so far from Leah's reality, people who she wants to be around, as if by association with them she might like herself more. Leah can't remember a time when she didn't consider herself generic. At school she was right in the middle of things, liked by some, ignored by many, by no means the lower tier of the cruel hierarchies set by teenagers, but not in the upper echelons. Some boys fancied her, most teased her, said she was too much, too loud sometimes, annoying, definitely not the right type of shape. She was smart, but didn't speak much in class. She was never confident enough in her opinions or her ability to express them well. When others spoke out loud in class, she was struck by how instinctual and articulate they were. They shared observations that had never occurred to her. She did well enough in her exams, but played it down. She found it humiliating, the thought that people might think she had a high opinion of herself, that she thought herself bright. She didn't want to be liked for being clever. She wanted to be liked because she just had that unnameable thing, that special quality that couldn't be cultivated or mimicked, which was venerated by teenagers. Overall, she wasn't treated badly, but she did feel distinctly average, middling.